la 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 la.
We're gonna
La.
start in 3.
I'm
Going live in 2.
warming up my bowl.
Actually, we're live right now. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, you just caught Ryan in his warm up, his pre-ritual warm up session.
You know, I watch a lot of stuff just to make sure that I was doing it right. So.
Yeah, well, and you'll notice Ryan is in a different place tonight than he normally is. Ryan's
Yes,
coming to us from his sexy bedroom.
Yes,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
this is the more intimate view of me intimately on my bed.
This is the Thomason Love Shack.
Yes, the safety word is posted on the wall that you can't see. So, but no, I'm in here because the Olympics are on tonight, and instead
Ryan wishes
of
to
you
watch them
guys
pantless.
watching that from the behind us, so
He wishes to watch the Olympics pantless, and we caught him in the safety of his
Yes.
room watching
Yes,
pantless
so-
Olympics.
So my wife went out this week. I let her have the living room, which meant that you guys don't get to watch me from my computer. So
I don't know what the big deal with the Olympics anyway is. 'Cause
I
honestly,
got my nice fluffy pillows.
I can reenact the Olympics right now. Look. Diana from Greece. Whoosh, doing backflips. Whoosh, whoosh, perfect landing.
Wait, who's that other guy getting in there? That sounded like maybe a fault or something.
What?
There's someone else was jumping all up, getting in her face.
Don't talk
Damn
about
it,
Batman.
You know, God.
I'm here for the judo competition. Judo.
He would kick some ass in judo.
Batman is... And then we have
But
Cal.
do Batman and Superman have to like?
Cal from Krypton.
They're both for the United States. Or no, he can't be from Krypton.
I mean,
No,
Kenya?
he's under the refugee flag.
He is from Kenya. It is Cal from Kenya, and he's here to enter the weightlifting competition.
No, he has to fly under the Olympic flag because he's a refugee because his planet was blown up.
My parents are dead. Shut up, Nancy boy. So are mine. You don't hear me crying like a girl. Ah, judo. Yeah.
Isn't Wonder Woman's parents dead too?
Who said crying like a girl was a bad thing? Where's that goddamn Batman? He's such a dick.
Martha. Does she have a Martha code word too, or?
Shut up, Bruce. Martha, Bruce, Martha. What is that name? Because it was written in the script. That makes total sense. BFS
We're gonna
forever.
start kissing.
You and me and you. So happy as a do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I think that's just how all the Olympics go.
Everybody knows I'm
honestly.
the best part of the Olympics. Woo. I'm going to get my own Olympics, and it's going to be better than the other Olympics.
That's a pretty sweet looking Wonder Woman, though.
I know you like that. That's my other. That was my other birthday present. I got old Clark here that I showed last week, and Wonder Woman was on back order because people don't believe in keeping stock of female figures
Yeah,
because they're stupid.
because nobody wants to buy them. It's a scientific fact, Brian.
Yeah, I don't know. What were we talking about? Olympics? Who cares about the Olympics?
Yes.
Michael Phelps won 32 gold medals. That's really all that matters.
Yeah, and some other swimmer looked bad at another one.
All I know is everybody's talking about that greased up guy from Tonga.
Yeah, he like put on like baby oil or something before he went out.
He looked like an elephant ejaculated on him.
Yeah, he looked like he like got in a giant tub full of lube and he was ready just to start pissing it up on the Olympics.
I get you want to grease somebody up to make them look buff. That's cool, whatever. But that was a little extreme on the grease. I mean, whoever was in charge of lubing was a little too excited to do their job.
Yes. Well, it is in Brazil, so.
I will say, though, I was watching last week tonight, and it was hilarious. John Oliver did a compilation of all the people just orgasming over the Tonga guy, all these like news anchors, and they were all like 40-year-old females who were all like just, yeah. They were going a little over the line. Had that been in reverse, I mean, I don't care. I don't mind being oogled by a woman, but had that been a reverse situation, there had been some people getting fired.
Oh, yeah. And I didn't see all the social justice warriors getting all up in arms on Twitter.
Dude, had the female Brazilian volleyball team come out all greased up like that, and
Yeah.
40-year-old
What's their
male
name? Tom
newscasters
Brady's.
were saying the comments that they were saying, there would have been some people immediately fired. Like
Yeah,
I said, I don't really care personally.
When Mrs. Tom Brady came out,
Giselle,
and people were freaking out.
Man, that girl can walk a runway, though. I'll give her that. She's like, boom, boom, boom. She struts her shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
exactly.
all right, so
Olympics.
Yay! I think they also compete in sporting events. I'm not really sure. I was on vacation all weekend on the coast, so I've been avoiding the Olympics.
I'm just waiting for track and field.
Did you say dragon?
That was my event. Dragons.
Do they wrestle dragons in the Olympics? Because if that's true, I might watch it.
Everything they pretty much just gone Game of Thrones.
That would be amazing. I actually on my vacation, because I have it on my phone and there's zero internet service. While you're in the crapper, you don't want to take a book with you into a public bathroom, so you take your phone. And I have Game of Thrones on there, so I actually have read a lot of the original Game of Thrones novel.
Wow.
Yeah, you'd be proud of me. I was reading a lot. Like I was reading the whole the tourney of the hand, huh? When the mountain almost killed Sir Loras and the hound stopped him. It was really good. I remember that in the TV show.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
I will say that they definitely go into much more in depth about the characters in the books than they do on the TV show.
Well, he has the time to do it.
I will say it is really creepy though how young everybody is in the book. Like, they're all like 14, 15, and 16 in the books.
Yeah, and
really kind of creepy.
Jamie's only like 30 or something. I mean, he's not like 40 years old like they have him out on the show. And
you know who gets a way better job, a way better service job in the book than in the show is Robert Baratheon. He's way cooler in the book than he is in the TV show.
Yeah, he's like actually kind of a badass still in the book. Yeah,
like in the TV show, they kind of like this fat, wine guzzling man whore who really nobody but Ed and Ned likes, and then he just dies.
He's still that in the books too, but he's at least it's better, you know.
Well, he's a badass, and like he never really wanted to be king, and it was just I don't know. I just think they do a much better job of.
He just likes killing people, getting drunk, and screwing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's gonna have much more of an emotional impact in the book when he dies. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Than the TV show did, but anyway, I digress. What are we talking about? We've rambled for like 7 minutes. It's gonna be one of those episodes.
Should we just get started now?
We probably could. Good. I mean, I don't know. Do you have any more?
We're gonna have really cool title thing.
Do you have any more do you want to talk more about Greece athletes?
We could talk. We could make up a Dad Olympics. Like what would the Dad Olympics be?
My dad is dead.
Or the Geek Dad Olympics if you want to get more on topic.
We could. Well, hey, let's start the show. Let's introduce the show real quick. Hey everybody! Welcome to episode 66 of the Geek Dad Report, the one show dedicated, formulated, specially created to talking about lubed up male athletes and bringing you all the information you need to know, so that Bob in accounting can shut the hell up.
Yes.
With his bragging about some stupid comic book that he read 20 years ago, and he thinks he's cool. He's not cool, Bob. Yeah. Bob. You're not cool.
Everybody's got a Bob.
You're not cool, Bob.
Not cool, Bob.
But you know who is cool? Everybody who likes, listens, and subscribes to our show and our entire Faithful 50. You are all super awesome. And I know because I'm Brian West, the host with the most. And that right there is Ryan Tomlinson, the no-pants-wearing, bedroom broadcasting.
I could show you guys the lower
Buddha
half
rubbing
really
badass.
Easily tonight.
Who is my hetero life mate and co-host.
Yes.
Of the Geek Dad Report. Huh!
Woohoo! And at least there's a whole bunch of news tonight. So if you are not well informed after this week, then we tried. So
we tried. Yeah. We gave maximum minimal effort.
Yes.
We gave the absolute max you can give and still be considered minimal effort.
Yes.
So
and still giving you what you need.
I just got back from vacation, so I'm still on vacation mode, and Ryan is laying in bed, so I don't know how much you can ask from a man who's laying in bed. It's hard to be productive
right now, honestly.
Laying in bed at 10:43 at his time.
Like, I tried to sit up
on a work night,
get a good angle, and all it was just like huge, like man boob shots.
If he doesn't fall asleep, that is pretty much a win for us tonight. So I'm just going to say that. We have very little actual format for you guys. We didn't really plan this ahead. We do have quite a bit of news we're going to talk about. And we are going to, supposedly at 8 o'clock Pacific time, so 11 o'clock Eastern time, and what is that, like 2:30 in the morning Mountain time.
Yes.
We are going to, supposedly the new Rogue One trailer is going to be airing. So if it does, we are going to live stream it on our show. Disney reps and copyright infringement be damned. And we're going to give a live reaction.
Yes.
So
we will be giving the first live recorded action ever.
So when I say breaking news, Ryan, you give us like a breaking news song, like beatbox something. There you go. So when you people, when the Faithful 50 hear that noise, we are going live to the Rogue One trailer. And by live, I mean I'll pull it up on Twitter.
Yeah, and by like, and that means you need to drop your pants and everything. So.
Yes. What? What are you talking about? I don't know. See, when a man broadcasts from his bedroom, this is what happens. I would like to give you a very special thank you from the Faithful 50 for uploading all of our current episodes onto iTunes. I know there's some very happy iTunes listeners, which actually reminds me, why don't you tell everybody where they can find us, Ryan?
Well, you can find us always on Facebook at the Geek Dad Report, Twitter at the Geek Dad Report. You can find Brian on Twitter at BrianWest53, myself at Big Bruiser. We're on WatchPlayRead.com, PaladHellMedia.com, and you can find us, like Brian said, on iTunes. So please like, subscribe, and share, and make sure you put on some pants.
We do not recommend you put on pants. You can subscribe, like, and share all our shows with no pants on. Now, if you want to leave your house, take the train to work, and you want to listen to our show, you probably should wear pants, or else you'll be listening to our show in the Slammer. But maybe that's what you want to, so I'm okay with that too. I don't really care. Just don't show up at my house with no pants on.
Yes.
Unless it's a no pants party. But I don't feel those anymore because I'm a mature adult. I would also like to think...
Remember when they had that show
on
VH1 or something, like Pants Off, Dance Off or whatever?
Oh, they're going to say that like Naked Dating. That was the weirdest show.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Dude, they had these people. It was blind dates, but you were buck naked, and you went on a naked date. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Whatever, man. People have completely ran out of ideas for shows.
The fucking 90s, man.
Yeah. I want to see. They have like Naked and Afraid, Naked Dating. I want to see like naked fighting a gorilla. Naked. How about naked bullfighting? That was. You want
Naked
real
and Afraid. We watched that show in our house. My kids love Naked and Afraid. They think it's the greatest show.
Yeah, my wife loved it. They probably think it's like, butts. See, I'm just a perv, man. So the whole time I'll just be like, oh, are they going to miss a blur? Oh, you going to see something? I mean, you wouldn't want to see anything, but...
Or they're like doing something, you're like trying to like make it look like you're not like totally staring.
Oh, I'm totally staring. I'm waiting to see if the I'm weird like that, though. I like to see if the blur guy misses something. It's like,
see, I don't like being slapped in the back of the head by my spouse, so... Yeah.
I've conditioned my wife to just be used to the fact that I am perpetually going to be a 13-year-old boy my entire life. But, whatever. I also would like to give a special thank you. Last week we had our Supergirl giveaway, and we asked everybody to like and share and subscribe to us on YouTube. And we actually had quite a few new subscribers on our YouTube page and our Facebook page. So Twitter, still hit and miss, but hey, whatever. I'll take 2 out of 3.
But there was one person who not only flooded the ballot box, but like overstuffed it as much as they could until their name was just like literally gushing all over the
sticking out of the ballot box. If you don't know what we're talking about, you did not hear, see, or pay attention to our Supergirl Season 1 DVD Blu-ray digital code giveaway last week.
Yes.
But we will be announcing the winner of that giveaway, our very first Geek Dad Report giveaway at the very end of the show. So stay tuned, and you will find out who you are. But we would like to thank everybody who entered and participated. It was for our first official giveaway. It actually did really, really well. I know it reached over 1,000 people on Facebook, so That may not be a lot for some sites, but it's a lot for us, and we appreciate every last one of you who participated. So,
and all the new people that started following us and watching us and everything because of it.
Yeah, we were going to read off everybody who entered and thank them, but we don't know if they wanted that, so we didn't get the disclaimer. Yes. So we just like to say thank you, everyone who did. You know who you are, and hopefully we'll have a lot more going forward. So we do appreciate that, but I wanted to give that quick little shout-out before we moved on. Geek Dad Moment of the Week, you got anything? I have something.
Man, I don't got shit.
Shit?
I've been just dad.
Just dad?
I don't have any Geek Dad. I've been feeding and entertaining little monsters.
You know what? That's cool.
Putting in the bed.
I have something cool. I even have visuals. I'm going to pull them up right now.
Well, yeah, because everyone doesn't know Brian went on vacation where they do fun stuff. He's not sitting in a tent.
Nope.
Making s'mores all day long.
Where's all that cool?
Yeah, they're getting up and they're doing all the cool shit.
I went down to the dunes with my quad down in Oregon, and we rode the dunes, and I took my kids out on quad rides. Look at that. That's me and one of my daughters right there. It's my oldest. Hang on. I got another one here. I had one. This is terrible show prep. You guys like watching me watch my phone? Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. You know, they were finally old enough that you could take them out on the dunes, and so I put them on the back of the bike, and we went down, and there we go. There's another one. Me and my daughter again on the quads.
What is the maximum speed that you ride with them on?
Don't fall off. That's the maximum speed. There's one of me, my youngest, my 4-year-old, by the ocean. I don't know if you can see the ocean, probably not, but there's us.
It's there.
Yep. But yeah, so you want to know where I went, everybody? Look at that. That's where I went. Oregon Coast.
Pretty sweet.
Look how cool that is. Look at that sunset. Look at this. Sunset with me and my boots up. Like a boss.
Nice. Missing the cigar and a Corona.
Yeah, there's more pictures, but you guys get the gist. I took my kids out on the there's no maximum limit. I mean, when you're on the beach down there, I think the maximum is 25. Honestly, you don't want to go drive like a bat out of hell because you don't want to launch your kids off the back going 50. But
you got a 4-year-old flying the fuck off in the middle of the air.
Yeah, it kind of just depends. Like my 7-year-old's big enough to hold on tight, so if you go down to the beach where there's not a lot of bumps, you can hit that 25 miles an hour. Maybe go a little bit in 25, 30. That feels really fast on a quad. If it's smooth, if it's bumpy, you don't go that fast because you don't want to buck them off. My youngest, my 4-year-old. We probably didn't go more than 10 or 15 miles an hour because she can't hold on nearly as well. But they both thought it was the greatest thing ever. And, the amount of, I can hear my kids in the back, I love you, Daddy. This is so awesome. And they're screaming like, woo! That was pretty cool. And then we were out camping on our, Ryan disappeared. Is he coming back? Are you back?
Yeah.
You're back.
I'm back. Sorry.
Momentary glitch, people. You know what? That was right in the middle of my story. I feel like you did that on purpose. Are you bored? Did you fall asleep?
I'm trying to adjust, and I actually, on the iPad, the big button.
Dude, you're giving me. I'm gonna need to take a Dramamine.
My thumb went up and hit the button.
I feel like you're on a boat. Quit moving it. Quit getting so excited. Why are you watching Olympics in the background? Stop it. Stop it.
I can't. There's no TV in my room. I can
see you. You are literally looking at the greased up Olympian right now. Yes, you. Anyway, back to my story, jerk. So we were camped out. We camped out at the campground.
Hear how great your vacation was, Brian.
It was so much fun, Ryan. See, I got a little sun. I was out riding bikes in the dunes. You saw a cool picture of me you saw that? It was pretty awesome, right? Super awesome. Totally jealous. No, we were out camping in the dunes, and we camp at campsites, but our site had a whole bunch of sand by it, so the kids were digging sand and playing and stuff. And I listened to them, and it's them, my 2 daughters, and their 2 friends, all girls, so 4 girls. They're not talking princesses. They're not playing My Little Pony. I listened to them, and 2 different times they've all got shovels and stuff, and they're swinging at and playing Star Wars.
Yeah.
And they're fighting over who's Rey and who's Kylo, and then they started playing Marvel, and then they were Scarlet Witch and Black Widow, and it was.
That's awesome.
Charlie, my youngest, was the Hulk. Go figure.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause Charlie, if there's going to be one that's going to Hulk out and just start crashing and rampaging through stuff, it's the Chuck.
Yeah, anybody who knows my youngest knows that that is very fitting for her personality to be the Hulk. So, no, I had a good time. This is my Geek Dad Moment week. It was fun just to take them out on the quads and have some, experiences with them that, they're starting to get to the age now, especially my oldest, that she'll remember these things. And It's pretty cool. So, an early recommendation for everybody: take your kids out and make memories with them. Do fun things with them.
Be a parent.
Be a parent. Ryan last week talked about taking his kids to the NASA thing, the space thing, at DC, and got them
Flight and Space Museum in Washington D.C.
And they loved it. I saw the Facebook pictures, and
they still wear their astronaut costumes that I spent $200 fucking on.
I remember my parents not doing shit with me when I was younger, so I remember. But no, I mean, I joke. I always talk about part of the reason why I like Star Wars so much, and part of the reason why me and Ryan started this Geek Dad Moment of the Week is one of my earliest memories with my dad, one of my best and only memories with my dad when I was a kid was going to see Return of the Jedi in the theaters, and I think that's why I love Star Wars so much. So, me and Ryan talked about how much these moments meant to us growing up, and that's why we talk about them on the show. So, we recommend always on the Geek Dad Report. We love news, we love geek stuff, we love swearing and being adults, but we also always think that always recommend that you make awesome memories with your children.
Yes.
And go out and do fun stuff.
And let us know if you ever have if you have a proud geek parent moment and you want to share it with us. Just put it just tweet us or put it on our Facebook or something
you can
like
share
that.
posts.
We'll share it. Or just message us if you don't want it to be widely spread all over. So.
Yeah, and honestly, the new MacBooks we've been promising forever are coming soon. Hopefully, they should be out next month. There will be a lot of changes coming to the show over the next year, all really good stuff. And one of the things we're going to be able to start doing is integrating video into our shows in the post-edit. So if you guys want to, take a quick 30-second. If you have a great Geek Dad moment of the week that you'd like to share with us, take a 30-second video and send it to us or post it on our Facebook page. And in some way or shape or form, if you want us to, we will share it on the show with you guys or share it on our page because we love to hear other people's stories. But
yes,
we have actually had a lot of people starting to message us with their news stories or anything they've seen. So feel free to start sharing those things with us. We'd love to hear them.
And we can't get everything, so
yeah.
We sometimes we need your feedback.
All right. Well.
All right. So should we jump into
let's
Ninja
do
News?
it, man. Ninja News time. What do you got? Here on Ryan. It's time for Ninja News. Judo chop of knowledge, the uppercut of information, and
the Cobra Kai leg sweep of.
Come on.
Information.
I did information, but you know what? At least that's fitting to what we're talking about.
Yes.
All week long. You have 7 days to come up with something. 7 days!
And and every week, it's like when you start saying it, I'm like, oh, fuck, I didn't do it again.
Oh my god.
I came unprepared again. God
I'm going to take a sip of my awesome giant new Superman cup here and judge you slowly.
I'm going to readjust myself.
That kind of sounded really dirty. What's that safety word posted in your room? Because I'm going to say it right now. Cobra Kai.
Nope. This has got white walls. Easy to clean.
Yeah. All of a sudden that Macklemore song popped in my head. All right. Time to jump into the news, people. We got a bunch for you. So, like you said, like Ryan said, we're going to talk a lot about stuff. Because
there's a lot of trailers and
really, we didn't have any other extra segments, so we have to stall. That's why we're stalling tonight.
Yeah. We don't need to stall. We can talk.
We're filling it full
of shit forever.
We're filling you full of shit where you can go to Bob and just go, you, Bob.
Yeah. Fuck you, Martha.
And then you whip out your lightsaber and say, hey, Bob, did you hear about the new Star Wars news this week?
You didn't? Well, then you're a piece of shit, Bob.
You didn't?
It's
because you're a total loser, Bob. And you probably don't even care that Lando Calrissian is getting recast as we speak.
As a Chinese guy.
No, I didn't say reimagined. I said recast.
Oh. Okay.
Disney, The Wrap is reporting that Disney is looking for a young Lando Calrissian for the upcoming Han Solo movie, which makes total sense considering Han and Lando are very old friends, and it would make sense that he would be in this movie. So.
Yes.
No word on any potential casting, but who would you like to see as the new Lando Calrissian? I'm going to say Michael B. Jordan, because why not? He's in everything.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. They got to be younger than Lando was in the movies. I'm trying to think of how young he was in the original Star Wars.
You're guessing
Probably
probably
like
late 20s, early 30s, probably, Lando?
Yeah.
Probably late 20s.
So how early are they going though? Like
So
early 20s?
here's the problem. They're going. I've heard it's about so. Han Solo was about 30 years old when New Hope happened. So this is supposedly going to be about 10 years before. So we're talking early 20s Han. So we're probably talking early to mid 20s Lando, because I think Lando is a little bit older than Han.
What about what's his name from Community?
Oh,
Glover.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good cast. I like Donald Glover.
I think he'd be all right for young Lando.
You know what? In honor of the new movie The Wall, I would like them to cast Matt Damon.
You know what? Honestly, that was the first thing that came in my head.
As a young Lando Calrissian.
That was seriously the first thing that fucking came into my head.
I suddenly want The Onion to run a story saying that Matt Damon has been cast as Lando Calrissian.
Oh, you know they will.
Woo! Here it is! Hang on. Ryan!
What?
Breaking news!
Is there Star Wars? It's 11:01 according to my clock.
It's pinned. It's a pinned tweet. Oh, it's it. Breaking news.
Is the,
No, what are you doing?
Yes, no.
There you go. All right. This just in, everybody. The Rogue One trailer, the new Rogue One trailer, has now officially gone live. And we, in a Geek Dad not exclusive, have it for you right now. So I bring you the live reaction video for the Rogue One trailer.
Are you going to be able to see it too?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Hang on. Here we go. Ready? Oh, hang on.
Yes. No. Ooh. Yeah. Can you see it all right?
I can see it. Shh.
Imperial flags reign across the galaxy. Can you be trusted without your shackles?
Oh, now we're
Let's
missing
get this
it.
over with, shall we? We've a mission for you. A major weapons test is imminent.
Oh,
We
man.
need to know how to destroy it.
Fucking Star
That's the heart.
If you're really doing this, I want to help.
Good.
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 I've been recruiting for the rebellion for a long time.
We destroyed our home. I fight the Empire now.
I fear nothing. All is as the Force wills it.
Let's go so badass.
Who the fuck was
Captain
that?
says you are a friend. I will not kill you.
Thanks. There isn't much time. Every day they grow stronger.
There is a 97.6% chance of failure.
He means well.
Oh, give me some Darth. X-Wings.
This is our chance
Oh, dude.
to make a real
A
difference.
fucking AT-AT?
Dude, he shot a rocket at us.
Are you with me?
All the way.
Darth Vader, give me Darth.
Yeah.
Darth Vader!
We all knew he was gonna come, but
I know, but still, it's great to see him.
I know.
All right, could you see that?
He
All right.
doesn't get enough in the original, in the episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Did you see that? All right. Did that come through? Okay.
Yes, that was pretty sweet.
All right. Well, that is the
Alright, so
live
let's
reaction. That's
say-
the live reaction, as you can tell.
Fucking shooting
Yeah!
the AT-AT.
Woo!
Shooting the AT-AT with the rocket. That was pretty
Dude,
badass.
when he shoots the rocket at the AT-AT, yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
This definitely still has a feel. You know, I was a little worried because some of the reshoots, a lot of people said this movie, the first cut was really dark, and they were a little concerned about that. It looks like they're still keeping that war feel, though, whether they're making it a little bit lighter or not.
Yeah, it's like, what's the movie I'm trying to think of? Like maybe not Saving.
It's not
Private
Saving
Ryan.
Private Ryan, but I would
Like
say it's like
Behind
a
Enemy
PG
Lines?
version of Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
No, it definitely has that feel, man. It feels from the ground up, not from the top down. So, like, when you're watching the
Yes.
episodes, it's when you're watching the episodes, it's like the royalty. It's the kings and the knights, and they're handling everything. This looks like the pawns in the game, like trying to do their stuff.
Hey, so you guys are probably gonna die.
Yeah.
If you do this.
Here's the pep talk.
And if you get caught, you don't exist to us, and we have no idea who you are, and you're fucked. So
for anybody who's ever played like Magic or a game where you have power levels, so let's say Vader and Luke and those Palpatine, those are all like 10s, right? So you got a deck full of 10s. Well, they've taken all those out in this game, and now like Jane Erso is like a 3, and you've got a whole team of 2s and 1s going after a bunch of 6s, and it looks awesome.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to it. I think that trailer has made me more excited for the movie than anything else has, honestly.
Yeah, I will break down that trailer a lot more, but I'm actually really excited. It showed a lot of cool X-Wing fighting. I wasn't expecting some of the starfighters that we got. There was a lot of TIEs in there, a lot of X-Wing, a lot of ground battles, which is cool. It looks like we're not going to get as much space, which actually makes sense if you're doing a small strike team and a small ground-based battles.
Yeah.
So I like that. That's something The Force Awakens did that I thought was really cool, was they actually took a lot of stuff on the ground, which made it a little more personal. Yeah, this looks good. I'm really excited for this movie.
I don't know. It looks like it's going to be fun, kind of like, I don't know, it's like just a fun spy movie almost, but like a spy movie in fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, spy. It looks like a Cold War movie where you have a bunch of little action and then some big action.
For.
I like how you've got a blind warrior who's clearly a Force sensitive, but he's not a Jedi.
Yeah. And he just
beating down stormtroopers.
Beating the fuck out of people.
I like how much shooting there is. There's a lot of people with big guns shooting them at people. That's awesome. Yeah, Jane Erso is going to be awesome. I'm very excited for this. As you can tell, I am very excited. So let us know what you guys thought about our live reaction. That is the first one we did. It was kind of impromptu, spur of the moment.
Yes,
I will try.
Maybe next time we can get like a extra screen.
Yeah, well, like we said, in our new editing bay, when we get it in a few months, we will have some different stuff. But as of right now, let us know if you thought that was cool, and we will do it more often if we get the opportunity to. Yes. But as you can tell, we are very excited for Rogue One. Let us know what your favorite moment of the new trailer was.
Yes.
And how awesome you think it was. If you could not see it very well on our YouTube channel, then
watch it on a regular thing.
Yeah, go to StarWars.com right now. They have it plastered all over the place. Or you can go to Twitter. It's literally on 8,000 different pages right now. So.
Oh yeah, it's going to be literally exploding everywhere.
I should probably tweet it real quick. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let's tweet it. We're gonna tweet right now. We're gonna do the heart thing.
Brian's gonna do the R2D2.
I'm gonna put a big OMG. Hashtag Rogue One. What do you think?
Hashtag live reaction.
I did that to my personal Brian West at Brian West 53 account, which Ryan mentioned earlier. And now I'm going to. Let's see here. I'm going to share that.
Are you just really just stalling for on the show?
No, I want to show people all the mundane things that I have to do behind the scenes.
Yes, because...
There we go. Ooh, we got a bunch of new tweets. What do we got here? Dads in the Six is now following us. Thank you, Dads in the Six.
We have a lot of news that we got to go through, man.
What?
I said we got news to go through.
All right,
You're all trying to like...
All right, I'm done. Shut up, I'm done.
Professional businessman I am.
What are you being a dick
I'm
for?
here tweeting.
I was giving people a little look behind the scenes, all right? And we have no
third...
We have no third segment. We have no third segment. You...
Do I keep interrupting you, Brian? I didn't...
What? No. Well, you know what? I wouldn't complain if you did, because I do it to you all the time. Welcome to the 66th stall episode of the Geek Dad Report.
Woohoo!
Speaking of things being stalled, Bad Boys 3 has been pushed back to 2018.
Well done.
You like that one? That was for you, buddy.
That was well done.
Bad Boys 3 has been given a new name and is now Bad Boys for Life.
That is also the Brian and I special name for each other.
I'm clearly Mike Lowry, but you know, that's cool. But that's right. Me and Ryan ride or die all the time. We play.
Does that make me Martin Lawrence or?
Yeah, you get to be Martin Lawrence. That's cool though. He's alright.
Yeah.
The new release date for Bad Boys For Life, well, I forgot the fucking title there for a second, is now January 12th, 2018. So my guess is they don't want to push it. It was originally slated for the summer. They're probably pushing it to an easier, softer, market where they can rake in buku dollars and not compete against like Batman or Marvel or Star
Will
Wars.
Smith doesn't really give a fuck. He's got money.
He's raking in the Suicide Squad dollars, y'all. Fuck the
Yeah.
haters.
He's
Woo!
not
But we'll talk about
Martin
that later.
Lawrence, who's like, shit.
Martin Lawrence is like, give me $20, please. The new movie is not being directed by Michael Bay, so that does have me worried a little bit. It's being directed by Joe Carnahan, who did The Gray and a few other movies. He's not a bad director, but when you have two movies that are well received by most people and very much liked, you don't want to mess with that chemistry. But at least Martin Lawrence and Will Smith are coming back, so we'll see. Bad Boys 3 coming out 2018. I know my brother will be very sad. Buddy, if you're listening, which I'm sure you're not, too bad. You have to wait a little bit longer. Suck it. That's what you get for not listening. I personally had them push it back. I was like, you know what? My brother is a dick. I don't want Bad Boys to come out next summer. Make it happen in 2018. That didn't happen. I don't have that kind of pull. I wish I did. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yes.
We're
getting there.
I wouldn't use that power for that. I'd use it for like, hey, me and Ryan want to be in, we want to be on Supergirl or The Flash.
Yes.
Because,
or both.
Yeah, or both. Because this fall, Flashpoint is happening and it's affecting everything at the CW. It has officially been confirmed that Flashpoint will, in fact, affect every single CW show. So, Supergirl, Flash, Arrow.
This is probably how we're going to be able to get Supergirl into the universe that the CW's in, because CBS made it very well established that they are not on the same Earth or anything like that. So
yeah, CBS pretty much has nothing to do with this. Supergirl is going to be a CW show through and through. Some of the changes coming because of it. Callista Flockhart was one of the leads in the last season. She's
gone.
No, she's not gone. She's going to be a recurring guest star on the show because she works in LA and does not want to commute to Vancouver all the time. And you are making me dizzy.
butt.
Quit moving your shit around. Telling you.
Like my arm I was literally holding it up with no support.
I don't want to hear about what you're holding. We had a lot of talk about greased toga guys. Tonga.
Yes.
Is it Tonga? It's Tonga, right?
Tonga.
If we have any Tonga listeners, I apologize. I'm not familiar with your country very much.
I know a Tongan.
Well, I guess you have street cred. Congratulations.
I also know a black guy.
Oh, and anyway, moving on. So Callista Flockhart will only be showing up in a recurring role. Superman is coming. Everyone knows about that.
Yes, he is.
Guess what else is happening on Supergirl?
Superman coming.
We just said that.
Johns.
They are.
You
know what?
Do something.
So you can tell that CW is doing this because they are literally adding everything that Supergirl has to offer into the show, like they have done with the Flash. We are getting Miss Martian because Martian Manhunter is already on the show, so we are getting Miss Martian, who was introduced in the Teen Titans cartoon, which was amazing. And if you haven't seen that, you should watch it. It's currently on Netflix. They are also adding Mon-El, which is like a cousin of Superman and Supergirl. So
wait. They had another cousin that survived?
Yeah, but he's not Kryptonian. He's from another planet.
Oh, yeah, because the Krypton, they were more than just Krypton, right?
So the Krypton settled other places. And so he's from, I forget the name of the planet, but he's from a different planet. So, lead doesn't kill him, or no, lead, he's not, I think it's lead. Kryptonite doesn't hurt him, but lead does, if I believe right. But he has some superpowers. I think in the comic books, he actually became a Green Lantern, too, for a while. I don't know. I could be mixing up my superheroes. But he is coming. Flash is coming to Supergirl. They got multiple crossovers planned. And, in fact, one of them is going to be a musical. They're going to have a musical crossover episode.
That sounds... Oh, because the Supergirl was on Glee, so...
So was Grant Gustin.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he was. God damn,
so they long teased... Stephen Amell very quickly kiboshed Arrow ever doing a musical number. But, Supergirl... I do think that Arrow would be the wrong place to have a musical episode.
Arrow's the wrong place for a lot of things. And,
any kind of good drama.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, hopefully this Flashpoint will affect Arrow positively.
Well,
I know one of the things.
Are you gonna talk about the new Arrow villain?
We are, but real quick, one of the other things that's going to be affecting Flashpoint with Arrow is Black Canary apparently is coming back, and she has secured a contract that will span all the shows, kind of like Malcolm Merlin did or John Barrowman did. We talked about last week. She's going to be one of these characters now that pops up on every show.
No.
So, hey, you know what? As long as she is like she was on Legends of Tomorrow and not like she was on Arrow, she'll be great. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Last little bit of Supergirl news is Kevin Smith has been confirmed that he is not only directing another episode of The Flash this season, but he is going to be directing an episode of Supergirl as well.
Yep. And the Supergirl episode title is Supergirl Lives.
Oh, really?
It made him.
I did not know that.
Shed a big fat tear.
That is awesome. For those of you who don't know why that's a big deal, is Kevin Smith wrote the original script for Superman Lives, the Nicolas Cage Tim Burton movie that did not make the light of day.
Yes, and so he said the director just told him what the title was, and he was like,
if you want to know more about that, there's a very interesting documentary out. I think it's called The Death of Superman Lives.
Yes.
I believe it's on Netflix. It's worth the hour and 20 minutes or so that you'll watch it. It's pretty interesting to see how it kind of unfolded. But yeah, so Kevin Smith, his episode of The Flash last year was one of the best, and I'm very excited that he is getting his hands all over the C-Dub DC universe right now.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Arrow, that Ryan so graciously teased a minute ago, Dolph Lundgren has been announced as one of the new villains on Season 5 of Arrow.
Who's going to break him?
I hope he breaks the writer's room because somebody needs to go in there and toss those motherfuckers around. Because listen, I know writing's hard work. Me and Ryan do it all the time.
Yes.
But if you have a whole writer's room, I feel like me and Ryan by ourselves could come up with a better storyline and scripts for Arrow than what they had last season.
And ours would include lots of fart jokes and stuff like that. And it would still be a better show.
Last season was an atrocity. I am a huge supporter of Arrow.
I gave up on Arrow last season.
Terrible.
I made it halfway through and said, fuck it.
5 episodes, or at least until Dolph Lundgren shows up, because I'm fucking goddamn watching that episode. Guaranteed. Yeah, I don't care who he's playing. They haven't announced yet, but I don't care. I hope he actually becomes the new Green Arrow. That'd be amazing.
That would be a good one.
Anyway, let's see. I think that's it. They also there's some other news. Flash, Supergirl, all the CW, Legends of Tomorrow are kind of giving out all their synopses. They had a big panel this last week about with the press saying all the things that are upcoming. So there's a lot of news out there. You can check it out on the various news sites. There's a lot of casting news for Legends of Tomorrow. They're casting the Justice Society. Lance Henderson, also known as Bishop from Aliens, has been cast as one of the characters from Justice League of Tomorrow. They've cast Stargirl, so there's a lot of good casting news. Mirror Man, a villain, has been cast on The Flash. So there's a lot of cool little casting news, nothing major, but if you want to know everything about it, like I said, head over to Entertainment Weekly has it, comicbook.com has it, all those different sites have all the information. So check it out and let us know what you think about that. Moving on to a little bit more DC news. This is DC EU, the Extended Universe. I don't give a shit what the critics say. I think their universe is awesome. DC Universe, movie universe. Man of Steel 2 is finally moving forward.
Yes. And what's that? It's like a 2018?
Yeah, they haven't announced what day this is actually when this is coming out, but there is 2 unannounced DC properties that have dates that nobody knows what movies are for attached to. So my guess is that a Man of Steel movie is probably
one of them.
Yeah,
maybe,
probably 2018 or maybe 19.
Flashpoint movie.
Well, I do think that DC, with some of the negativity over everything that they do, I think they might be a little less prone to come out with maybe a Booster Gold movie that they had said, or maybe even the Green Lantern Corps. They may push those back a little bit further until until the Justice Leagues come out. Man of Steel, Superman, no matter how much some people don't like the DCU, EU, is going to make money. The original Man of Steel was not well received by a lot of people, and it still made like $800 million. So
yeah, I mean shit piles of money.
So my guess is that 2018 and 19, you're going to see the Batman and Superman movies come out. So I think we're going to get Wonder Woman, then I think we're going to get Justice League, then I think we're going to get Flash, Superman, Batman. I think you'll get the major ones. And I think Green Lantern will come a little bit later, maybe 2020.
Yes.
So anyway, no date on that. When we hear a date, we'll let you guys know. But as a fan of DCEU and of Superman, I'm very excited for this. So let's see. Some Suicide Squad news, since we're talking Suicide Squad. You know what? I'll say that for a second. Aquaman news. The villain for the Aquaman movie has been announced as Black Manta.
Best villain they could have done.
Yeah, and honestly, in my opinion, that's the only person they could have done as the villain.
Well, it's the only one that, like, at least half the people know about. You know?
Well, he's
'cause
Aquaman's
not everybody knows all of Aquaman's villains.
Well, he's the Joker to Aquaman's Batman. So I mean,
yes.
he is the main Aquaman villain. He's Atlantean royalty who wants to challenge for the throne, and he's always at odds with Aquaman. So it makes perfect sense. He's gonna fit right in. It's an underwater character. It's not like Aquaman's gonna fight Doomsday. Well, that'd make no sense.
Ooh.
So it should be really cool. I personally think this is a great choice for the villain. No casting news. They have not cast this role. I say Idris Elba because why not? He should be in everything because he's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Because he's badass.
Yeah, but as of right now, they have no casting news for that. I would we'll let you guys know as soon as they do. But I would like to throw in my vote for Idris Elba. I think that'd be great.
Yes.
But like I said, Suicide Squad, a couple funny little Suicide Squad, well, one funny Suicide Squad story is that a fan in England is suing Warner Brothers because he's mad. He's saying the Suicide Squad had false advertisement because they showed a whole bunch of Joker scenes that were not in the movie, and he expected a Joker movie and did not get it, so he is suing. To that man, I say, you are a fucking moron.
Yeah, so you're disappointed.
Dumb. I'm sorry that a movie had to market and they used footage that they had not yet determined would be in the final movie. Guess what? You're going to get all those scenes in the deleted scenes when the Blu-ray comes out. Deal with it. Suck it. Whatever.
Or maybe they're just going to make an ultimate edition of everything now.
They won't. David Ayer actually just came out, and a lot of people had mentioned that to him because apparently there was 6 or 7 different cuts of this movie to find the right one. And this is the one that he approved and the one that they all settled on. He said the other cuts will not see the light of day, that there will be a lot on the deleted scenes list, on the floor for the extras, but this is the only cut of the movie. Hey, and as a guy who's seen the movie, I think that's okay. I enjoyed the movie, truthfully. Yeah. Plus, I think Joker was used in it just enough. He was not a main character in this because he was not part of the story. He was a background piece.
He's not in the Suicide Squad.
Well, and it was a great way to introduce an iconic character. DC had a problem. Warner Bros. Had an issue. Heath Ledger's Joker was amazing. It was one of the best portrayals of a villain of all time, and it won an Oscar for it. So to give him his own movie right away would have probably been a bad move. In this way, you were able to introduce him in Suicide Squad, give him just enough to do that people got a chance to just kind of see the character and get used to him, and now he'll do something else. So
yeah,
and we may still get the Harley Quinn Joker movie that I want to see. And Margaret Robbie came out and said that her and Jared Leto are really petitioning to get a what I talked about, a Natural Born Killers type road movie with Harley Quinn and Joker with Batman chasing him the whole time. It would be amazing. It would be so
awesome.
Good.
It just end with them going in Arkham Asylum.
With Batman beating the shit out of both of them and dragging them off to Arkham.
Yes.
Make it a prequel. Make it all of a sudden, then that's where she ends up at Belle Reve, where the Suicide Squad starts. That would be amazing too. I don't really care, but quit suing. Also too, I think it was a Die Antwood, the weird kind of Euro beat.
Russian.
They're super strange.
Techno.
They just about ruined Chappie.
Yeah.
They are also mad because they're saying the Suicide Squad stole their style. Number one, you have no style. You're just crazy. Crazy is not a style. I'm sorry. You cannot sue either.
No.
But hey, good news. If you did like Suicide Squad, it's crushing box office records for August. Made $130 million plus on opening weekend. It has set the record for Monday and Tuesday, August. Money bringing in, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, money
box
bringer
office totals, money bringer inners.
Yes.
It made $14 million on Tuesday and like $17 million on Monday. It is, word of mouth is not stopping this movie.
Nope.
You know what? And it shouldn't because let me
rephrase
it's
good
that.
word of mouth.
Critics. Let me rephrase that. Critics' word of mouth is not stopping this movie.
Yeah.
People who see this, who love it, are very passionate about it, like I am. I think it's a fun. Great. It's not a great movie, but it's a super fun one. You should go see it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, critics. Let it go. Relax.
Yes.
But we'll see. Next week will be the big weekend to see how bad it drops off. Batman v Superman had a 65% drop off, which was a record. So we'll see how Suicide Squad does. Ultimately, that will be what makes or break this movie. So we'll see. Lastly, we talked about Aquaman. Jason Momoa, who is Aquaman, is in talks right now to star in the new Crow remake that seems to constantly keep getting pushed back and dropped and done. I personally don't think it's ever going to happen, but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies that have lost money, which we weren't, but if Suicide Squad did, then we would be talking about that, which we aren't. But
Yes.
Ghostbusters, you know what?
Sadly,
Did you ever watch Ghostbusters? Did you ever see that?
I have not got a chance. I'm the sole reason why.
No, you're not the sole
I
reason
just
why.
haven't had a chance to just get out and see it.
Go see it. Well, Ghostbusters was a good movie. You can check out my review. Me and Ryan talked about it. I mostly talked, and Ryan asked questions on the show. But it was a fun movie. It was much better than I thought it was going to be, and I really, really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, all the people who made it their life's mission to destroy this movie before it came out apparently succeeded, because Ghostbusters has lost up to almost $70 million, and it looks like a sequel is not going to happen. So, thanks a lot, internet trolls. It was a movie that was well received by critics, by fans. Got a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes, which obviously isn't the end-all be-all, but just shows that
That's
a lot
a
of people
pretty
like
high
it.
score.
It got a good user score.
Suicide Squad's got like a 5.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Suicide Squad, I think, is like 23. It's even less than Batman v Superman, and people hated Batman v Superman.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I have a personal feeling. I personally think here's my little quick thing on Suicide Squad. I think critics secretly don't like superhero movies, and I think they have been waiting for the whole superhero bubble to burst. They can't talk shit about Marvel because everybody loves them so much. You can't point out the things that don't work, or else people just jump your shit. But I think it's kind of okay to bash DC, so I think these are the movies that they just, jump on. And a lot of the reviews, if you've read them, said, you know what, this is why tentpole movies don't work. Well, you can't judge Suicide Squad on every tentpole movie ever made or every comic book movie ever made.
It's like we said last week. You can't base the whole Marvel franchise on Iron Man 3.
Yeah, or Iron Man 2, or The Incredible Hulk, or Thor 1, or Captain America 1, which I did enjoy, but was universally hated by a lot of people.
The Incredible Hulk was like the worst Hulk movie by far.
Yeah,
but you can't base
whatever.
the whole.
People are gonna.
It was enough that they didn't even make another Hulk until Avengers.
Yeah, they're still not gonna make another Hulk.
Yeah,
the Hulk has to show up in a Thor movie, but Thor 2 wasn't universally liked by a lot of people. So I mean, I think critics are jumping on because I think they're tired of comic book movies. They don't want these movies to do well. They don't like them, and so I think Suicide Squad has bore a huge brunt of that. Now, does it have problems? Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm not going to sit here, and anybody who doesn't like it, who's actually seen it, that's fine. You can not like the movie. There's a lot of things not to like about this movie, and I get the people who say, you know what, I wanted to see a really strong story, and I didn't get that. You're right. This movie, Suicide Squad, does not have a strong story. It's an okay story at best, but it's still a lot of fun, and I really personally enjoyed it. And I don't think it's right for people to. I think critics need to be, judge each movie on its own merit and not as a, as a preconditioned symptom of finally the comic movie bubble has burst. You know what? No, you can't judge this because you're mad that you didn't want to have to watch Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3 or the 8 billion comic movies that come out every single year. So, but anyway, I digress. My own personal opinions on that. If you haven't seen Suicide Squad, I recommend you see it, but I would love to hear everyone's opinion. A few of our Faithful 50 have reached out and given us their own opinions on this movie, whether they liked it or didn't like it.
And not everyone is in complete agreement with us. So.
And that's fine, and they don't have to be.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're entitled to your own opinion. All I ask is give it a fair shake. If you went and watch it and you say, you know what, I just didn't like it, then that's cool, man. Just give me a reason why. Don't tell me it's because it's not as good as Civil War. Well, of course it's not as good as Civil War. Civil War is amazing. It has 13
Civil
movies
War
that are based
got fucking
on.
Spider-Man and Ant-Man turning ginormous and going, whoa.
Come on, man. Spoiler alert.
Dude, if you haven't seen that shit by now.
Yeah, that's true. Civil War
Shame.
is amazing,
Yes.
by the way. But you know what? A lot of people hated Avengers 2, which was a great movie. People just like to hate things, I think. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know what people aren't hating, though? The new Luke Cage trailer, because it was goddamn amazing.
God, that was so great. It was the best thing to come in and out of Jessica Jones.
Oh, my God. In more way than one, Ryan. Woo!
I've been waiting all episode to deliver that line.
That is a good one. I'm glad you didn't tell me beforehand that you had that joke lined up, because that was funny.
Yes.
Yeah, no, Luke Cage definitely was the best thing in Jessica Jones. And I am very excited to see his series. I was excited to see his series beforehand, just because he was such a great character in the Jessica Jones series. But this trailer, I mean, it just shows you what the series is.
It makes him look like he's such more of a badass.
Oh my God. He's a reluctant badass too, and it's just...
Yeah, he just, like, puts his hoodie up, he's like, fuck it.
You know what I like, too, is he's not even trying, but, like, when he hits people, they go flying across the room. It's so great. I'm very excited for Luke Cage.
Then they have the one, like, the slow motion where someone hits them in their hand, just like...
Oh, dude, yeah, when their hand just, like, you can see every bone pulverize in his hand.
Yeah, he's, like, punching with, like... But, like, instead of his face going like this, it's just, like, the hand just goes...
It doesn't move, yeah. What's cool, too, is this is something a little bit different. We're finally going to see somebody with powers that it looks like they're going to use their powers. You know, Daredevil didn't really have powers. We saw a lot of ninja fighting.
Open up doors.
Jessica Jones, the only power she used was to just be, you know, have resting bitch face the whole time. And be
and breaking
cranky
into
pants.
people's houses by crushing doorknobs.
Doorknobs and jumping one story and just being cranky all the time. Be like, I hate everyone. Don't be my friend. Even though you're my friend, you know what I don't get about Jessica Jones? Why were people her friend? She was the worst friend ever. Like, I get,
she was the worst.
Why did Luke Cage even like her? She was the worst, like, girlfriend or, like, side action ever. She was just mean all the time.
But regardless, the Luke Cage trailer was awesome. It was going to be set in Harlem.
Yes.
And who's that villain? I didn't know.
I'm going to fully confess to this that I know who it is, but I cannot remember it, so I don't want to say it's wrong. But it's a classic Luke Cage villain. So by next episode, I will have the name of that character.
Yeah.
But I didn't read a lot of Luke Cage. Mostly the Luke Cage that I did read was Defenders or was Heroes for Hire with him and Iron Fist when they go around smashing people. But I do hope we get an Iron Fist cameo in this just to kind of help set up the character for the Iron Fist saga. But I am so excited for Luke Cage. And you know what's really great too is we're getting a series that is as diverse as you can possibly get. With all this cry of not enough diversity and things, I think we're getting a series that can stand alone on its own. And it's great. It's going to be awesome.
Well, and it seems like it's going to be one of the first ones where, like, he's actually, like, being followed by a reporter.
Yeah.
And, like, so his identity and what he's doing is going to be known. Because everything else is like, I'm in the shadows and nobody knows who I am.
Well,
but he's like,
no, definitely.
I'm a dude in a hoodie. It's like, I'm not really hiding myself that well. I'm not trying to. He's just like.
Yeah, no, definitely.
He's going to be out there.
All I know is if the movies continue to deny the existence of people like Luke Cage, who could clearly be on the Avengers, especially with reporters, that's just dumb. But no, what I was saying is I'm just really glad that Marvel is we've talked a lot about the diversity in comic books and how a lot of things are changing. I'm really glad that they could have easily populated Harlem with nothing but white people and have Luke Cage be the only black guy because he has to be black because that's the character.
Going through a lot of gentrification right now, so.
Well, and honestly, I think it's sad that people are having to warn people like, hey, the new Black Panther movie is going to be the cast is 95% black. Well, yeah, it takes place in Africa.
I would hope so.
But even though you say those things and you laugh about them because you're like, yeah, duh. It's nice to see that this series looks like it's kind of falling through. Luke Cage was a black hero set in a black neighborhood, and it looks like this series is kind of falling through with that, which I think is really cool.
Yes, he's a badass.
But he's going to be a badass, and I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait for all the sweet Christmases. I'm so excited. But if you have not checked out the Luke Cage series trailer, check it out. We got it on our Facebook page. Yep. And if you haven't checked it out, what are you doing with your life?
Really like involving yourself with your family or something.
Probably voting for Trump.
God, no, that's not. Move on to the next topic.
Bet you Donald Trump doesn't like Luke Cage.
I don't. Do not, Brian.
All right, moving on.
This is bad road.
You know what else Donald Trump doesn't like? Zombies.
Everything.
I don't know. Anybody that's not him. Resident Evil trailer.
Especially immigrant zombies.
What is it? The final cut? What's the last Resident Evil called? The final something. I don't know. Resident Evil Part 32, the final movie, has a trailer, and I like the Resident Evil series, so it's kind of one of my guilty pleasures. I always watch them when they come out.
Yes.
But,
she's like getting into Raccoon City, and she's home.
Alice.
And if you watch the English version of the trailer, it's got Guns N' Roses, "Take Me Home" going throughout the whole thing.
I didn't watch it yet, so I have no comment.
And so she'd either go into Paradise City
or
Raccoon City. I couldn't tell.
Definitely not Paradise City.
Yes. And then there's also the Japanese trailer, which is like the complete opposite of an English trailer. And it's just talking about like the story and the bad guy and, nice somber music throughout the whole thing. And then the American one's like her on a bike.
It's because Americans are like, fuck yeah, fireworks, shotgun, boom, bazooka.
I don't need context.
Hey, speaking of bazooka, how about that bazooka shot the AT-AT? That shit was awesome.
Yes, I gotta charge my saber.
Yeah, guess what I'm doing after the show's over? I'm watching that trailer a bunch of times.
Yes.
Anyway, Resident Evil, like I said, I'm excited for it. If you haven't seen the trailer like I haven't, I'm going to watch it after the show. I haven't had a chance to catch up on everything yet. Let us know what you think about it, and if you're excited for the final episode, chapter, finale of Resident Evil film series.
Yes.
Last little
it's
things.
Like a fun little movie.
Yeah, they're. You know what? If you've never watched them, watch them. They're a fun franchise to watch. They're kind of one of those craptastic. Maybe we should do a craptastic.
Yeah.
Crap or craptastic.
I haven't watched them at all, so.
Yeah, spoiler alert, we're going to say they're all craptastic for the most part. I think there's only one that I didn't really like that much, but the rest of them are just fun.
Yes.
The first one's actually really good. The first two I really, really actually enjoyed a lot. Let's see, last little bit of news we got for you guys. The Chronicles of Narnia is coming back to theaters. Who is it? 20th Century Fox, I think, has got the rights to...
No, it is...
I know you posted it. Somebody besides Who Did It has the rights to Narnia. Ryan posted a really in-depth and beautifully written post about the whole thing.
There's a copy and paste from the PR.
Here's the Cliff Notes version. One studio didn't want to make them anymore, so another studio bought the rights, and now they're making them.
Yes.
And so the fourth movie in the saga, the Silver Chair, is going to be coming. I think it starts filming here real soon, so I believe do they have a release date on that?
I think it was 2019 or 18. One of those ones.
So I know it's about to go into pre-production. So yeah, a movie that size, probably 6 months shoot, and then probably another 6 months of post.
I have still only watched the first one. I haven't watched the Dawn Trader.
They're all right. The second and third one, they're okay. I mean, the first one's the one we watch the most in my family, but it's the most kid. The rest of them tend to get a little more adult. So let's see here. But if you're excited for Narnia, check them out. Personally, I think if you want to get your Narnia fix, watch The Magicians on the Sci-Fi Channel. It's like if Narnia was written by George R.R. Martin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still gotta watch it.
It's a pretty good show. But speaking of George R.R. Martin, this story makes Ryan extremely happy. Last news we have for you guys is George R.R. Martin is developing a new television series for Universal Pictures. No. You're killing me. No news on what channel it's going to, but if you look who Universal owns...
He has given up on writing the last book. He's just like, you know what? HBO's just going to do it, so fuck it.
Yeah, he should just write. You'll know if he gave up if he writes half of season 8.
Yeah, because, god damn it, fucking...
I'm kind of sad because I actually
other properties that he worked on.
I've actually gotten into the books. I'm actually finally starting to get into the books, and now I'm going to be with you, just hate raging.
The books are good.
That the 6th book will come out after the series is completely over.
God, no, the 6th book's going to come out after the 2nd season of his stupid show.
But anyway, this show is a sci-fi show. I don't know much about it, but I know it's a science fiction show. It's something that he wrote a while ago, apparently, on the side.
Yeah, it's like they're like a superhero kind of. That's all I really know.
I'm
I don't
pretty
know
sure
much
a whole
about
bunch
it.
of people that you like will die immediately.
Yeah, probably.
But no, like I
Ooh,
said, no
sorry.
word on who's going to be airing this. I'm guessing it's going to be on a cable channel because I just don't ever see George R. R. Martin property going on like CBS.
Yes.
So we'll see. But anyway, that is all the news.
Yay.
Like we said, we had a lot of news, partly because we didn't have a lot of other things to talk about, so we figured we'd talk a lot of news this week.
Yes.
But with that said, I think it's time to talk, answer questions from the Faithful 50.
Ooh, let's see what we got. Since
Looks like we got a lot.
We've given them an
smokes.
hour and 26 minutes.
Yes, I would like to say thank you. Me and Ryan were very busy. Like I said, I was on vacation, and Ryan had a really shitty day
Yes.
because of greased up men from Tonga, who he knows, one of them.
God, those fucking Tongans.
And we didn't have we both honestly forgot to put up the post. So
Yeah.
anybody who answered, we're gonna find out who that was in just a second. It was
I'm gonna place one bet that it was either Jeff.
ooh. We have Brian, Jeff, Jeremy, and I think we even have Eric on mine because I shared it. Let's see here.
Oh no.
Yep, and Eric. You know what? That's 4 guys. You know what? You
I
all
like
4.
how a whole bunch of people that are my friends are now your friends on
I
Facebook,
know.
and you only know them because of the Geek Dad Report.
I feel like they know me because of the show. I mean, they just.
Yes.
It is funny because people talk to us like, well, at least people interact with me now like they've known me for a long time, which, you know, I
Yeah.
guess they have. They've literally watched me talk for like 66 hours.
Yeah, it's true. You're
So-
you're like the brother.
But you know what? You Faithful 50, you are my friends, and you guys are
We
part
love
of my
you.
family.
I love you.
Anyway,
We need to get some stickers.
but we would like to, you know what? All 4 of you guys who answered on such short notice, gold stars or gold medals
Yeah.
in the
Gold
honor
medals
of Olympics.
in the GDR Olympics.
All right, so first up, Eric from Jersey. He wants to know, are we guys
Jersey.
interested in the Stranger Things video game that's coming out? I did not know about that, but I am
What?
immediately interested in it. Yes.
I have no idea.
Oh my
Is it
God.
I'm willing to bet it's going to be like a Telltale game.
Yeah, I think it is. 'Cause
Adventure.
he references the Telltale Dark Knight game. Yeah, I
Oh,
wants to know if we've
yep.
played it yet, and he's curious to hear about it. We have not. Do we have any in with Telltale games?
I do.
Can you email them, and maybe we'll... I would love to check out the new Batman game. I know the first episode just released, and I've heard good things.
Okay.
So,
I'll email Emily.
But let her know I definitely want to play the Stranger Things. Because you have
Mm-hmm.
not even watched that series yet, have you?
I have not.
Watch
I have
it, you
seen
goddamn
everybody
son
going,
of a bitch.
oh my God.
I'm telling you, 2 episodes in and
It's
it will
so
immediately
good.
become your favorite
So
show.
good.
You know, I did a review on it. How come you didn't watch it? You're such a dick.
Because I started watching Marco Polo.
Listen,
And
I like Marco
fucking
Polo.
love Genghis Khan shit.
I like Marco Polo. But Marco Polo is like Plastic Man to Superman. I mean, it's just not even the same ballpark. Okay? Stranger Things is amazing. It is like my new favorite show. I'm going to watch
Oh.
the series again
You
here
say
in a few
that like
weeks.
every other episode.
Shut up. It's amazing. I'm very optimistic. So yes, Eric, we are very interested in the Stranger Things, and as you can tell, Ryan is going to make that happen, and we will have a full review of that when it comes out. If not, I commit to paying money for that because I want to play it. And as far as the Dark Knight game, I have not played it yet. But Ryan's going to get on that as well.
Yeah, I'll hop on that.
But I have heard good things from other outlets, or a few people that I know have played it. So it's
I
a
had
lot of fun.
started playing the Game of Thrones one, and I realized I do not have a fast enough reaction time to stuff because it'll be like push left to like dive like out of the way or something, and I like won't see the arrow, and my guy just like run straight into something and die. So I need to.
Well, I've heard the new Batman Dark Knight from Telltale is actually a lot of detective work, so it's a lot less fighting. There's a few
Ooh.
fighting things, but mostly it's him being a detective,
Nice.
which I think is pretty cool. So we'll try and maybe give it a whirl, and we'll let you know when we hear things.
Yes.
So
Thanks,
let's see
Eric.
here. Jeremy, I believe from Washington, has his picture has is of with a woman that I've met before, so that's weird. I think you might know her.
Possibly.
He would like to know, what do we think of the new Rogue One trailer? Well, if you have watched this entire video, you know what we think about the new Rogue One trailer.
Yes.
It's fucking
And
awesome. You know what I think about the Rogue One trailer?
Brian's gotta whip it out. His lightsaber.
Just polishing this lightsaber
Oh
with
my God.
some dirt on it. Hang on. Ugh, yeah, there we go. Whew. No, it's nice and clean. See how clean it is? Look at the
Oh.
end. Look at the tip.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we think it's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was cool. I mean, it's all right for a Star Wars thing, I guess. I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
If you like those kind of things,
Yeah, I mean,
maybe you should like go on a date with somebody, or come out of your basement.
yeah.
I think it's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait for Rogue One.
Yes.
Let's see here. Brian from Washington would like to know if we could time travel and change one historical event, what would it be? Oof.
I'd punch Donald Trump in the dick when he was 5 years old.
Oh my God! I would like to
So
go
that
back and
he
tell
was
Arnold Schwarzenegger to
forever-
not run for office and instead continue to make awesome sequels.
Yeah, but he's gonna do a King Conan. It's gonna redeem everything.
That's true. Actually, let's see. That was probably a pretty bad historical event. Let's see. What's a good historical event?
Like an actual historical event.
I might go to a certain theater back in the 1800s and tell a certain president to maybe not go to the theater.
Yeah, or
Maybe hang
like
at
duck.
Or duck. Or a bigger
Yeah.
hat next time with a decoy of
A
his face on
thicker
the back.
hat. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe tell the Secret Service to do their goddamn job.
See, I would go back in time. See, are we like going like we don't give a shit about the butterfly effect? Or
Yeah,
anything
we're gonna
like
say
that?
butterfly effect does not happen.
Okay. I'm saying I'm gonna go back in time to the first human being that stood upright and give it a high five.
I feel like
And then it'll
is-
look at me and it'll be like, it'll just be so completely blown away by what it's going to become.
I feel like that is probably not a very good. I don't know. I guess that's just as good as mine. I don't know. What historical event can you say? I mean,
There's so many.
If JFK didn't die, would that have been for the best? Probably. I mean,
I don't know. You could have like saved
maybe
his
you know what?
brother.
I'd
His
love to see
brother-
Martin Luther. How about Martin Luther King not getting assassinated? That might be
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, like even JFK's brother was way more progressive than JFK ever was.
Yeah.
Like he was gonna like fucking really change shit.
You know what? I'm going to
But-
go back to Martin Luther. I'm going to say I'd like to change mine. I would like to see Martin Luther King. I would go back and stop the assassination of Martin Luther King because some of the things he said are still relevant to this day and as important as ever.
And the shit that's happening is still happening to
So-
this day.
The many more amazing speeches and talks of peace and love that we could have got from that guy, I think would have bettered mankind in the
Yeah.
long run. So I would like to go back and say I would like to stop. And I don't see how that could have a negative butterfly effect either. I would
Yeah.
like to go back and stop the assassination of Martin Luther King.
I'll be right behind you.
All right. All right, and lastly, Jeff from Washington, he wants to know who should be the villain in the upcoming Man of Steel sequel. That's a good one.
Okay, so
I want
let's-
Brainiac.
First
Brainiac.
Man of Steel, they had Brainiac's a good one. We already know they're gonna do what's his name? Darkseid.
Or
who
I
else
would,
are
you know what
the
else
new
to
gods?
see? I would like to see a couple villains. One, I'd like to see Brainiac because I think he's a great villain. He could match the Man of Steel as far as for strength. He can create his android body and fight him on multiple fronts. But he's also very intelligent, so he's not just a mindless punch machine. He's something different than Zod. But at the same time, I would like to see Lex Luthor. The problem is I think Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor is a little manic for the Man of Steel, but I do think that him and Kal-El had a pretty good beginning hatred to each other in Batman v Superman, so I like to see them explore that relationship. So I would like to see them introduce Brainiac via maybe something that invaded LexCorp through that whole Kryptonian ship, but I would like to see Lex Luthor and Brainiac, because I think Lex Luthor wasn't as bad as people like to say he was, and I think it'd be great to see him redeem himself in the eyes of people who didn't like him, in a Man of Steel sequel.
I know exactly who the villain should be.
Who?
Bizarro Superman.
That would be cool too. Or Mr. Milliplexy. How about that guy? Milliplex.
Yeah.
How weird would that shit be?
How about Lord Dynamo?
Yeah. I mean, Zod's been overdone. Just don't bring back Zod. But I would like to see
Yeah.
Brainiac. I think Brainiac is another classic Superman villain that I
Yeah,
would love to see in the big
that's
screen.
been done really well in the animated series too.
Yeah. And I think you could bring you could make it distinctly a Superman movie. You could bring back a lot of the Kryptonian stuff. You could bring back Russell Crowe because you could have flashbacks. You could bring back some of that stuff, which I think Russell Crowe was a really strong part of Man of Steel.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, exactly. So I think you could incorporate all the things that made Man of Steel great into a sequel and give it a very distinct Kryptonian flavor. So that's why I would like to see Brainiac. Anyway.
Good one.
All right, thanks, guys. And like I said, thank you everybody for your the short time you gave us, or we gave you for the questions. You guys came strong. Those were very good questions.
You give us all the time.
We appreciate it. As always, you can, if you have a question like Phil did last week and it isn't Thursday yet, feel free to send it to us via a post or a text, and we will read it on the show. Yeah.
We always get to you.
All right.
We love you. Crazy bastards.
Let's see here. Okay, and then I think that's it for what we got for there. So our last couple segments.
It's getting late for me. So.
Yeah, we'll wrap this up pretty quick. Do we want to do our giveaway? Well, actually, we'll do that very last. So we'll do our recommendation, what you should or shouldn't be wasting your time doing this week.
My recommendation this week is I have a coworker that's like in his late 60s, and he's got like 4,000, 10 million comic books at his house. And so he's been bringing me stacks of like super old comics because he said that I need to get educated on DC. So he's bringing me like Justice Society of America, Strange Adventures, and just like a whole bunch of just Wild Card. Isn't there Wild Storm?
Oh, Wild Storm? Jesus.
Yeah.
Old school.
He's brought me a bunch of those today, like a big ass stack, and so I just keep them in my work desk and I read them. But I mean, it's really, it's cool to read like all the new comics and all the new stuff that's happening. But I've been having a shitload of fun just like reading all the old comics and then just like talking about it and like all the history and everything of what went into it and that arc and everything like that. So my recommendation this week is if you go to a comic book store and you see all the stuff that you're looking for, go just find something old, something that you haven't read before, and just read it because it's still good. And sometimes the artwork is amazing, and then you put in the context that they did not have digital technology. I mean, they were just like dudes just like hunched over on a board, drawing all this stuff. So go read some old comics. That's my recommendation.
If you don't go to the comic book shop, Comixology is really good about giving all the old. You can get them for 99 cents or sometimes even less. They have the old collections.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to buy old stuff. I will say this. Don't necessarily believe that just because you know who the character is now that their old comics are going to be good, though. So, some of the old Iron Man is not good. Some of the old Thor is really weird.
And some of the old Iron Man, he's just like a drunken dick.
Yeah, just beats Pepper Potts. I mean, there's a lot of questionable material in some of the older Marvel stuff. I will recommend if you're going to read old Marvel, the old X-Men is really good, and some of the old Fantastic Four, don't let the movies fool you. Their old comic books were really strong. And, of course, Spider-Man. Old Spider-Man is amazing. They have some great stories.
Spider-Man essentially never sucks.
Yeah. Image, early on, Image is really good, and pretty much anything DC early on is pretty good, honestly. Yeah. So Batman, Superman, Supergirl, any of the titles you do know, you can get on DC, and it's not going to shock you when you read them as much as some of the Marvel titles. Thor at one point was some other dude who picked up the hammer. He was a doctor. It wasn't even Thor. Yeah, really strange. Well, since Ryan decided to recommend something old, I'm going to recommend something new. I picked up, my wife got me Marvel Unlimited for Father's Day, and I've been trying to read up on some of the comic books. Me and Ryan, over the last few weeks, have had some, not necessarily criticisms, but some questions about some of the moves that Marvel's making, changing a lot of their characters for different characters. Yes. And so I figured I'd read some of the newer stuff, just because I hadn't had a chance to read some of these changes and see for myself how good or bad they were. And with Ghost Rider, the new Ghost Rider, the new version of Ghost Rider coming to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I figured Ghost Rider would be a great place to start. So I started reading the all-new Ghost Rider #1, and it is really, really good. I have to say that I was really surprised at how much I enjoyed this comic book. Not because I didn't think I would, but because you take a different take on basically the same character and name, but totally different. I didn't know how well it would be done, and it's really good. There's a lot of love that's gone into this comic book. The artwork is kind of refreshingly new.
And they have a car now, right?
Yeah, they have a car. It's a little bit different. So there's the artwork, if you guys can see that a little bit. So it's a little bit of almost a Japanimation style to it. It's really good. He's got a car. I haven't quite gotten to where he's got into everything. I'm only a couple issues into it. But the storytelling is so good. The first issue, he's not even Ghost Rider, but it's so strong. You are instantly drawn into these characters. So I really liked it a lot. I would say check out. It's about, let's see, the first issue, Marvel Unlimited, they come out about 6 months later. So I think the first issue's been out now for, I think, 7 or 8 months. So you should be able to get the first trade paperback on Amazon. I would recommend it. It's really good. I enjoyed it a lot. So I would say, after I read the first 10 issues or whichever one, however many I have, I'm going to try and check out some of these other all new Marvel comics and check those out. But so far so good. I'm really excited now for for Robbie Reyes to make his appearance on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this fall.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, I think.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much all we got. I think we have one more thing for everybody.
Yes, do you want to announce our fantastic winner of the Supergirl
I will let
season
you announce
1
it since this was your
digital?
baby, but I will give a little thing going into it. So we are talking about our first ever giveaway here on the Geek Dad Report. We did our friends at Warner Brothers and CBS gave us the Supergirl Season 1 Blu-ray digital codes for us to give away, and that is what we did last week. We asked everybody to enter their name. You would get one entry for sharing it. You would get an entry for subscribing to our Facebook page, and you would get an entry for subscribing to our YouTube page, and you would get an additional entry for every person you tagged in your Facebook, Twitter, or even left in the comments on our YouTube page. We had a lot of people. We had a lot of new people subscribe. Like we said at the top of the show, we had a lot of new subscriptions to our YouTube and Facebook page. And we had a lot of people enter that we have had no activity from before. And so I would like to thank every single person who entered, especially the new people. You guys, it's awesome that you're joining us. The old people who've been around forever, you guys are amazing. You continue to support us weekly and make us feel awesome, feel happy about what we do. And
yes.
without your guys' support, it would be hard to do the show. So we wish we could give everyone a prize. But there was one person who went above and beyond, far and away.
And we're
asked.
not giving it to them just because they did that.
No, like I said, there was one entry.
When we put everything into the computer and did a giant statistical analysis and randomly selected this name.
So let's just say the closest person. Now, we were going to read everyone's name on air, but like we said earlier, we did not get permission from everybody. And we don't know if everybody would like that, so we didn't do it. But the winner, the most entries we had was 3 by one person. The person who won had almost 80 entries because he went above and beyond, and he not only did everything we asked, but he also tagged 72 people on Facebook. 72.
That's a lot of people.
He literally tagged almost every single one of his friends on Facebook. So that kind of dedication
He essentially tripled the amount compared to everyone else combined.
No, he didn't triple. The closest was 3.
Yeah.
He had almost 80 entries, and everyone else had like 3. So unfortunately, people, the numbers were not in your favor if you were not the winner.
Yes.
And the first entry was his name. The second entry was his name. The third entry was his name. And the 5th entry was also his name.
Yeah.
So without further ado, Ryan, would you like to announce the winner of our first ever Geek Dad Report giveaway?
Eric Grella, you and your New Jersey finest have won the Supergirl. I will send you the codes tomorrow, and which is, for me, 2 minutes.
Well, like we said, thank you everybody who entered. Unfortunately, there can only be one winner. We wish we could give every last one of you guys something. But like I said, with your support, we hopefully will be getting a lot more. If you don't know how it works, the more people that subscribe, like, and view, and we are able to leverage that into more free stuff to give away. So,
and WB is going to be doing more movies and shows and stuff with us. So
yes.
Eric is now also our first official winner and also our first person that is blacklisted from winning the next couple of contests.
I'm not going to say that, but I will say he has set the bar of how you win these things.
the bar is set.
You want to know how you win these things? You tag 72 of your friends and make them view our page.
Yes.
Good work, Eric. We at the Geek Dad Report salute you. All right. Well, on that note,
I think he deserves a promotion in the GDR Army.
Yeah. Well,
he's no longer a private. He's now a private first class.
He's a private first class. We only have a couple of those, Eric.
Yes.
Congratulations. You are an elite.
Yes.
Class.
We might give you your own trooper. You never know.
Do we have troopers to give people? I mean, yes, we do.
I'm working on a whole clone army thing.
All right. So. Well, in that case. Well, all right, man. You got anything else?
Sleepy times.
Yeah, sleepy time for Ryan, and he's got to get back to his Tonga.
Well, you know,
racing.
I am in my bed.
I think you are the one. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get comfy.
He's already and there he goes.
Here,
he's gone to
Brian,
sleep.
just sing me a song.
All right.
Sing me
Go
to sleep
and good night. You have done your duty for the show. After you go to bed, I will upload a show, and YouTube will be glorious, and we will get millions of views, and Eric will celebrate his victory today, 'cause he won the Supergirl challenge. And that's all I got. All right. Oh, and Ryan's asleep, everybody. So from the Geek Dad Report, thanks for watching episode 66. Until next week. In the goddamn episode. No! Later. Martha!